Canada bans Bisphenol A, and the TTC unveils new subway cars. We have the latest on these stories.
The Queen cancels her yearly Christmas party, and the Leafs are still undefeated. Humber News starts right now.
Hello, it's Thursday, October the 14th, 2010. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Rachel Yeager. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Jared Lalonde. Ahead on our show, we have all your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, Rachel has our top story.
Canada has become the first country in the world to list Bisphenol A as a toxic substance. Reporter Jessica LaBerge has been looking into the subject and what it means to Humber students.
It mimics estrogen, has been linked to reproductive and developmental issues, and 91% of Canadians have it in their system. Bisphenol A, or BPA, is found in products we use every day, including plastic water bottles, CDs and DVDs, and microwavable plastic containers. Dean of Health Sciences Kathleen McMillan says she welcomes the news.
I think it's a very good idea that this has been added to the list of toxic products, and that it will now mean that industry will have to respond in some way to take that ingredient out of the plastic and therefore make it safer for people to use plastics in their everyday life.
Paramedic student Zach Hess says he now uses glass containers instead of plastic.
I don't like to use plastic. There's a lot of chemicals, especially when you're microwaving them. It also makes it easier to clean.
Now, BPA isn't limited to plastic water bottles. It can also be found in the interior coating of food cans, some dental fillings, and eyeglass lenses.
It's not clear what the ramifications of yesterday's announcement will be, but in the meantime, you might want to think twice before eating from that plastic food container. Jessica LaBerge, Humber News.
The TTC's new subway trains were unveiled today at Downsview Station. The trains have an open concept which allows passengers to travel the whole length of the train. The new trains can also hold 10% more people. 39 trains have been ordered, costing upwards of $700 million. They are expected to be ready for the Young Line later this year or early 2011.
Rocco Rossi has bowed out of the mayoral race after a recent poll found him lagging behind the other candidates. The opinion poll revealed Rossi only had 4% of voter support, putting him in last place. That same poll shows Rob Ford and George Smitherman are head-to-head. Rossi dropped out of the race despite his promise to stay until Election Day. Unlike previous dropouts, Sarah Thompson, who threw her support behind Smitherman, Rossi said he will not endorse any of the remaining candidates.
Science is one step closer to developing a simple urine test to identify early prostate cancer in men. Scientists at Britain's Cambridge Research Institute have discovered a protein found in urine which is directly affected by the genetic changes associated with the cancer. Although tests are still being conducted, the researchers believe the discovery could lead to more reliable and affordable testing methods, costing just over $8. Prostate cancer affects 1 in 6 men in Canada, making it the most common cancer among Canadian men.
A park in the nation's capital is dealing with an infestation of rats. Confederation Park is nestled between Ottawa's City Hall and the famed Rideau Canal and is teeming with the skinny-tailed four-legged rodents. The National Capital Commission has been fielding complaints about the rats for months. Pest control professionals have been called in to set poison-filled traps. Experts say they believe the rodents feast on organic matter from the green boxes that are part of the city's new composting program. They also believe the warm winter and spring may have created better breeding conditions this year.
After the break, we'll have more news from around the globe. Maddie Jo Tilley will have sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Natasha Farron.
It was a wet start to the day with light rains, but these clouds should begin to roll out just in time for the weekend. I'll have more weather details for you after the break.